For most people, buying a flat is a life-changing financial decision. It can make or break your life. It can decide whether your children go to a good college or just some kind of a compromise college. It will decide whether you are going to spend the rest of your life paying EMIs or whether you are going to live a happy life with less worries. It is a life-changing decision. However, Lodha Group salespeople are experts at converting this financial decision into an impulse purchase decision. They use urgency marketing techniques. Okay, they create urgency to take a decision within a day or two, getting you into these really bad financial decisions. That is, buying a house which you haven't seen, and often getting into very, very deep financial waters. They will tell you, sir, we have a special discount scheme. Please come during before Christmas. We will give you 12 lakhs off. Now please remember, they have decided a price and then they are going to knock off 12 lakhs out of that price that they have themselves decided. Ordinary middle class people who seem to be making a lot of money these days with high-end salaries just fall prey to this kind of nonsensical tactic, and they say, okay, let us go see the flat. They take you around the show flat. They will not show you the genuine actual flat that you may purchase. They will not even show you a flat in that building. They will not take you to that building. They will not even take you to that compound. You will not see anything. You have no real information. What they show you is a furnished, made up sort of a model called show flat. It looks amazing. It just looks out of this world. It is actually a job of extremely talented interior designers who make that space look like it is very, very spacious, whereas in real life it is actually not so spacious. It is extremely restricted. They can make small bedrooms look like huge bedrooms. You are not allowed to measure these show flats. You are not allowed to sit on the beds or sit on the sofas to see whether they are a big size or a small size. You are not allowed to take a video or a photograph of the show flats, and so you will never really know whether the show flats are of an actual dimension or larger dimension. Often I suspect they would be of larger dimensions. It doesn't matter, because they show you whatever they want to show you, and they insist that you will not even create any proof of having seen this. They will not let you take photos, they will not let you take videos, they will not let you take measurements. Okay, you just have to see this flat and think that you have seen an actual Lodha flat of let us say 900 square feet, and then they take you to their sales table, and it's a kind of a mela. It is, the atmosphere is of a kind of a fair where they have 20 couples or 25 couples sitting in one single hall, and each couple is sitting with at a separate table with a sales representative who is trying to close the sales, who is trying to close the deal. He is trying to get you to say, yes, okay, I have decided to purchase, and I am going to give you a token of 1 lakh rupees. They are usually keen that your wife should come along with you. So they are not so happy when you come alone. The reason that they want a husband and wife to come is that they are basically removing your safety checks. They are removing your system of checks and balances, which normally happens when a husband would go back and explain to his wife why he wants to buy a flat, or the wife who goes and sees the project would have to explain to her husband why she thinks the flat is such a wonderful idea, why she thinks that particular flat, Lodha flat, is such a wonderful idea. And they will try to make you to swipe your card and pay that amount, even if it is a small amount of 50,000 or 1 lakh, because they know people don't want to lose that amount. Once you have paid a token, it is a fairly substantial amount, like 50,000 or 1 lakh, okay, you are like a fish that has swallowed a bait. Now, 1 lakh rupees or whatever it is that you paid is never going to come back to you. And the reason it can never come back to you is they have made you sign a document which says that this token is not returnable, will never be refunded to you. They put that into the small print, they put it into the so-called application form which you are made to fill up at the Lodha office. And you will never notice that you have even signed something which says that they have the power to just take away your money. Okay? In case you read it and you say, oh, what is this? The salesperson may say, don't worry sir, aap tasalli rakhiye, I am going to assure you that you will get your money back. I have met number of salespeople who say, this condition is not for you, that condition is not for you. But the way to test them is to say, okay, if it is not for me, please strike it off. Please strike down this condition and sign your name over here and write that this is not for me. They will not do that. They will say, no sir, we are not allowed to change even a word of the agreement or the application. We are not even allowed to change a dot. So essentially that thing will be binding on you because you have signed on it. These people are just sales minions. They have no power to do anything. Okay? They don't even have the power to give you a copy of the application form if their bosses are saying don't give them a copy. So most of the times my own experience has been that you will not even get a copy of the application form. The sad part of it is people still won't read the application form. They don't read the small print. They have blind faith in builders. It is very sad that educated people will do this, but educated people are misled into doing this because maybe the brand value that has been created with full page advertisements in Times of India, etc., and the suited booted sales staff, the very nicely turned out, very polite sales staff, misleads them and gives them a sense of comfort and fairness and a very, very correct way of dealing. Now, as soon as you have given them that token amount, 2 lakh rupees, 3 lakh, 1 lakh, whatever it is that you paid, now you are like a fish that has swallowed a hook. Now the behavior changes. Now they start pressing you for further payment. And you are passed from the sales team to the customer relations manager team, CRM. Now the customer relations managers are an entirely different team. They are not bound by anything that the sales team may have said. They will be very nice about it, but they will be very firm. They will say, sir, if you don't pay by such and such a date, we will have to forfeit your amount. And you have typically committed to fairly short deadlines, something like I will pay the entire amount within 90 days or 180 days or some such thing. This thing is there in their application form. No matter what your sales guy would have told you, your sales guy, Lodha sales staff may have told you that he is giving you a special deal and he is going to see to it that you get more than 180 days to pay and they will not charge you interest and all that. But it does not matter what they said. The thing is that the customer relationship managers will change the whole thing around. They will go back on the word given to you by someone because that guy has no authority. Now you get desperate. You say, oh my gosh, I want to cancel. You try to reach out to a higher up of Lodha. You will find that it is impossible to reach to a higher up. You cannot get to anyone in their upper management. They will not accept emails, they will not answer to emails. Okay, those corporate emails that are there, Abhishek Lodha at lodhagroup.com, all those emails. they do not answer to them as a matter of policy. So if you have any kind of a grievance, any kind of a complaint, you are basically shouting at a blank wall. There is absolutely no way you can get grievance redressal from the upper management, and this has been the experience of a large number of people who have had various kinds of grievances. Okay, then they find that the management basically tries to rush them into making all the payments, and even if they are one day late, they will charge them heavy interest at 18%. So I know people who have paid very fat amounts of interest just because they are one day late. This is the kind of dealing that Lodha does with home buyers.